Certified Personal Protective Equipment Specialist, CPPES, is a 4-day course that costs $990. The course is designed to equip participants with essential knowledge about workplace safety and the selection, use, and importance of personal protective equipment, PPE. Hazards exist in every workplace in many different forms: sharp edges, falling objects, flying sparks, chemicals, noise, and a myriad of other potentially dangerous situations. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, requires that employers protect their employees from workplace hazards that can cause injury. Controlling a hazard at its source is the best way to protect employees. Depending on the hazard or workplace conditions, OSHA recommends the use of engineering or work practice controls to manage or eliminate hazards to the greatest extent possible. For example, building a barrier between the hazard and the employees is an engineering control. Changing the way in which employees perform their work is a work practice control. These methods help minimize risk before resorting to protective gear. When engineering, work practice, and administrative controls are not feasible or do not provide sufficient protection, employers must provide personal protective equipment, PPE, to their employees and ensure its use. Personal protective equipment, commonly referred to as PPE, is equipment worn to minimize exposure to a variety of hazards. Examples of PPE include gloves, foot and eye protection, protective hearing devices, earplugs, muffs, hard hats, respirators, and full-body suits. You will learn about the OSHA and ANSI Personal Protective Equipment (PPE) regulations, how to conduct and document proper PPE hazard assessments, and how to conduct effective training on PPE use in the workplace. You will also learn how to effectively design out many of the hazards that are in the workplace, and much more regarding enhancing workplace safety. According to OSHA 1910.132d(1), it states, "The employer shall assess the workplace to determine if hazards are present or are likely to be present, which necessitate the use of personal protective equipment, PPE, and 1910.132d(2) requires certification of hazard assessment." The employer shall verify that the required workplace hazard assessment has been performed through a written certification that identifies the workplace evaluated, the person certifying the evaluation, the dates of the hazard assessment, and a document identifying it as a certification of hazard assessment. Topics covered include examples of PPE, what can happen by not wearing PPE, why and how to properly wear PPE, PPE regulations, program elements, criteria for selecting PPE, and PPE limitations. Additional topics include respiratory protection, hearing protection, hand protection, eye protection, face protection, foot protection, and head protection, as well as body protection for complete workplace safety. The course addresses PPE inspection, maintenance, care, and disposal to ensure equipment remains effective and employees are always protected by well-maintained gear. For more information, call Jack Potagil at 612-801-1032 or Ronald Pentecost at 210-580-3585. You can also email Ronald Pentecost at ronaldpentecost@iashep.org or Jack Potagil at johnpotagil@iashep.org. To learn more details about the Certified Personal Protective Equipment Specialist (CPPES) course, visit www.iashep.org.